Hello everybody, it's Tak and I'm back. You may remember back in lockdown we did a few cooking demonstrations at my house with regards to the takeaway, and we did a few cooking demonstrations like chicken chow mein, things like that. But now I've hung up my commercial apron, I've got some more time on my hands, so I thought I'd come back and teach you more trick of the trade. We're going to rebrand this channel and call it Wok-a-Tak. So I'm going to get my trusted wok I bought 4 years ago from TK Maxx and hopefully teach you more of the trick of the trade. So today we're going to start with something simple. So I thought spring rolls. Everybody likes a spring roll. So we're going to make some crispy spring rolls because it's so simple. It only has 3 ingredients for the filling and these wrappers. So I'm going to start by showing you how to cut the vegetables and then how to cook them and then how to fill the wrappers. I hope you enjoy this one. So let's get our wok on and Wok-a-Tak. So we're going to put some water on a boil. So we're going to try and use as least utensils as possible this time. So I'm going to start off with carrots. Everybody knows how to chop a carrot. So hopefully top and tail, using my trusty knife. Sort of peel. I should have done a computer thing and had one peeled from earlier. Anyway, so we'll take the carrot, try and cut it at an angle so we have longer, slim bits of carrots. So just take your time, watch your fingers, you don't want to cut them. Okay, and then we just fan them out, and then we just slowly shred them. So using a sort of pendulum motion up and down, or a guillotine. So just finely chopped. So we're going to push this one side. Good thing about these knives, you can use them in a little tray as well, so you can push things around with them. And then our cabbage. So white cabbage is the best. So once again, just finely chopped. So depending on how many you're going to make, you up the ingredients. So we're going to make 40 today because a packet of spring roll wrappers come in 40. So we're going to peel and cut those later. And the other final ingredient is Chinese shredded muki mushrooms, which are very earthy in taste and there's a nice contrast between all the flavours. So we just need to rehydrate them. About 100 grams here. And I'm just going to rehydrate them with some water. And that gives them a little wash as well. Washes everything from, and then we're going to add them to the boiling water. We're just going to put a little bit of salt in the water, just to salt the vegetables a little bit, and then we'll season it again to taste when we take the vegetables out. So I'll see you in a few minutes once we put all the vegetables in the boiling water. Okay? So once the water starts boiling, we can start putting the ingredients in. You can find these mushrooms in many Chinese supermarkets in town. So there's one near the bus stop in Norwich. Tony, the lady in there, will look after you. And if not, you can use these ones, dried shiitake mushrooms, which need to be rehydrated and finely chopped as well. they both can do. Or if not, just use normal mushrooms. So, I'm going to drain these out. So they're rehydrated. And throw them all in. So, place them in carefully. Into a boil. So we just want them to be just boiled through. We don't want to overcook them, so the cabbage goes all soft and limp. So we still need a bit of crispness, so maybe 5 or 6 minutes for the boil, and then we'll take them off the heat and rinse them out. Okay, see you in a moment. Okay, it's been about 6 minutes now, 6 to 8 minutes. So you can see the water's boiling, and so the vegetables are cooking quite nicely now. So you don't want to overcook it, so you want to try a bit so it's still a little bit al dente. A little bit of crunch. So that'll do. And so we can take this off the boil now and then drain it out. Yep. So that's all the cooking time it needs, because we're going to fry them in a minute. And then lift this up and hopefully pour it into that colander. So be careful with hot liquids. Enough for 40 here. So let's see how we can get this all in here. So try and mix it. I should take it out of the wok. So basically we're going to try and get rid of all the water, because we don't want a soggy bottom, as they say. So you come and have a look now. You can see all the vibrant colours, the browns, the oranges, and the cabbage. So there you go. All cooked. And while that's cooling, we can start to prepare our pancakes. So once again, you can get these from any Chinese supermarket. This is our favourite brand. So, Ga, I think means one family, spring roll pastry. So, the thing about this spring roll pastry, if you leave them out in the open, they're just dry. So, they come in a clump like this. So you could just take one off and wrap them, but that takes a while. So what we usually do at work is peel them all, like take them off one by one, and then put them back on top of each other, and then use them when we wrap. So my staff used to love doing this. So they couldn't go on their phones. Okay, see you back in a moment. So once we've got them all individually separated, we fold them in half, and then we put them back in the wrapper to keep them, this will keep them moist and they won't crisp up while we make them. We're going to put them back in, and just fold it over, just leave them here ready for us to prepare the next stage. So the next stage is prepare the vegetables. If they're still not cold enough, just rinse them with cold water. So just rinse them until they're cold enough, and then just drain and then we're going to season them, yeah? So you can season them here, or you can season them in the wok, entirely up to you. So I'm going to season them in the wok because there's a bit more space. So, I'm going to shake all the excess water out, put them back in the wok, and I can hopefully toss it around better. So, very basic seasoning. Oops, sorry, very basic seasoning on this one. So, what have we got? Okay. So basically, salt, pepper, and sesame oil. That's all it is. You can, if you like, put some MSG in, but that's entirely up to you. So we'll mix it. So this is what we call a chan. This is what we call a hock. So we just mix them together. So hopefully mix it around, get a nice good mixture. Make sure it's all seasoned around. So just toss it around basically. Just toss it around so it's seasoned nicely. So a bit more of this. Lovely. Okay. So just toss it around. Try and keep it mainly in the wok. Okay. And of course, every good chef has a little taste. Nice. So it's up to you how much salt and pepper you put in, and then sesame oil. There you go. Just another three ingredients. And then you put it back in the colander for all the excess liquid to drain out, and then we'll start our wrapping process. So I'm just going to feed this over here, and then hopefully show you how to make them. There we go. Nicely seasoned. Of course, you don't have to make this much mix. This is the 40 pancake, so you can make as much or as little mixture as you like. And of course, I've done you a menu card or an ingredients card, and we'll link it on the page like we did last time. So you have all the ingredients and what you need to do. There we go. So just shake off all the excess liquid and just leave that stand and marinate for about 5 minutes, and then we'll prepare to wrap them. Alright, so we're going to start wrapping now. So this is the glue. So it's 2 tablespoons of flour, any flour do, and just a little bit of water. So just a trickle of water. So it's just like paste. So you mix it together. So maybe a bit more. So you don't want it too runny, but then again you don't want it too thick. So just like a light batter. There you go. So that's our glue for our spring rolls. There you go. So once again, we won't take all the pastries out because they get dry. So we just take, we do about 3 or 4. 3 or 4, 5, 6. Let's do 6. So I'm going to do 6. Because traditionally they come in 3 per portion. Don't know why 3 and not 4, but when you go and have dim sum in Hong Kong, you usually get 3 spring rolls. So what we need to do, so you take each sheet, lay it down with each of the corners away from you, so north, east, south, west. There you go. So it's all about thirds. I used to call my star. So put the mixture a third up, and then corner to corner. So a third across and a third across, making sure the sides are parallel. So even with broken bits, it doesn't matter because we'll wrap that inside. So, and then we'll fold it over. And that allows all the mixture to be inside the pastry. And hopefully not make any holes while we cook them. There's one. So we do that again. So, with the glue, some mixture, a third up, a third across, a third again. Keep these sides parallel, put your finger there, press it across, and just tightly squeeze it. So this is another good thing you can do with your children. So you can involve the whole family to make them. And sometimes we go into schools and teach them how to make them in cookery classes in schools with my wife. So any school who wants us to come in, just message us and we'll be more than happy, if you're in Norwich, to come in and show you how to make spring rolls. So once again, a third, and another third, and some glue. So we try and keep them all the same shape. And so yeah, so when we used to make them at work, we would make 400 every time, because we used to use 10 packets a time. So we'd do 400 time in a shift, while cooking the other dishes as well. So yeah, so you can neaten the edges up if you need to just curl those back in. So yeah, see? So you can make them thinner, thicker, however you like. So once again, a third from the bottom, corner to corner, fold it over nicely, making sure all the mixture stays within the pastry. Just a little roll, spring roll. And then just like mixture. So corner to corner. Press it down, wrap around, keep the filling in, and a little roll. So there we have it, 6 lovely sized spring rolls. So just gonna make the rest now, and then put some oil up to heat. So probably usual vegetable oil, any kind of vegetable oil, and then to about 160, 180. But make sure you don't overfill the pan, no more than a third, because the liquid will expand. And when you put the spring rolls there, the liquid will expand as well. Archimedes, remember, school? And the other thing is, we use a wok because there's more surface area, so you can get more in. Okay, we'll see in a moment. I'll just go and heat up some oil. Hi, I've put some oil on the heat, so it's getting a bit warm. Just open the window for ventilation. Okay, so you can get temperature gun and just check your temperature. You need about 180, yeah, about 180. But another way of checking it is throw a piece of bread in, or onion, bread or onion. So if that's cooking nicely, you know it's about the right temperature. So between 180 and 90. So you just have to regulate the heat, so you can just turn it up or down. So if that's browning really nicely, that's about the right temperature. So as you see, it's about 180, so between 180 and 190 will be a good temperature. Yep. So that's about nice. So we want a golden brown look. So if the oil's too hot, we just add some more cold, just to get it at the right temperature. So we'll put a few in. So just be careful when you put them in. So So we'll do 6 like we said. Hopefully if they've got a split like that, you can get your glue. I'll go and find my glue. So there's no point throwing them out. You get your glue and then you just glue it, and that should seal that bit. So if they're split, just glue them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, we can get another 2 in. 7, 8. There you go. So they're going to take about 3 or 4 minutes until they're golden brown. So I'm just going to swim them around. Just be careful of splashbacks. So the good thing about these, if you're not going to eat them all at once, you can actually freeze them and then cook them from frozen. But when you're cooking them from frozen, be careful because there might be ice in the spring rolls. So you have to stand back when you put them in because they might splutter. So, right, so you can see them coming up the colour nicely. So 180 to 90 is a nice temperature. Anything higher, they'll start burning. So you can check this, it's gone down, so it's gone to 120, so we can turn the heat up a little bit. So this one, you just have to regulate your heat. Whereas you can buy deep fries, like portable ones, small ones from many supermarkets, and then they're probably safer, or you can use the air fryer. So just stick them in the air fryer for about 5 minutes, and you should get the same results. And the other thing which is good about these wrappers, they're so versatile. So basically, you can put anything in you like. So we use 3 ingredients. You can make them sweet, so you can put banana, pineapple, a bit of maple syrup, and then have them with dessert with a bit of ice cream. So, or you can put some prawn paste in and have prawn spring rolls, or duck with hoisin sauce and have duck and hoisin sauce pancake rolls or spring rolls, or you can make them bigger. So you see the bigger ones many takeaways have. They're called pancake rolls because when we were growing up, they didn't have these sheets. We had to make each individual pancakes in the morning. My uncle and my dad used to make them and then fill them with bean sprouts and stuff like that, and we used to call them pancake rolls. So yeah, so when you're frying, make sure you keep an eye. Don't walk away from the fryer. So once again, this is good. So keep the oil like a third from the top, so it doesn't boil over. Yeah. So just turn up the heat a little bit more, so they go golden brown a bit quicker. So we can watch them pop away nicely. So if you don't have a wok, you can always use a saucepan. So saucepan will be another good thing to use instead of a wok. So we'll just wait till they go golden brown. We've got to make sure they're nice and golden brown. So while those are cooking nicely, we can talk about the sauces we can have with them. So traditionally, we go to a dim sum restaurant in Hong Kong, we'll have Worcester sauce, Lee and Perry. Very British. I don't know why, but maybe it was the British influences why they were in Hong Kong. Or mayonnaise with fruit. So they're the 2 traditional ones you get when you go to a dim sum restaurant in Hong Kong. Or you can have your usual light soy sauce. This is a very favourite of many of my friends. So this is a really nice brand of chili oil. So it's nice and crunchy. It's got a nice taste. Hoisin sauce, Lee Kum Kee, one of the better brands we prefer. Well, it's a Lee, it's got to be good. And then many supermarkets now are doing sweet and sour sauces, so you just buy it out of the packet stuff, just as good. But if you want to make it from scratch, on my old videos, I did sweet and sour chicken, I do remember. So I made the sauce from scratch. So if you go back, look at that, you can make and jar your own sauces and then thicken them up when you need them. So in the vinegar base, so they keep in the fridge for quite a while. So this is maypoi, which is a nice sweet chili sauce, one of my daughter's favourites. Ketchup, who doesn't like ketchup? Anyway, and then there are your srirachas and your other chili sauces you get from many supermarkets. So, like you say, you can have an array of sauces, array of fillings, sweet or savoury, Bob's your uncle, and enjoy your spring rolls. We'll just wait for these to cook. So another top tip is when you push them down and you can hear them singing or releasing bubbles, we can say they're done. So the air bubbles are singing and telling you these spring rolls are done. So nice golden brown, crispy. I'm going to drain them. Hopefully put them on some kitchen paper, drain out all the excess oil. Or sometimes with your wok, you get half a semicircle, which you rest them on top and they stay warm up there, but this is TK Maxx, I didn't get that with it. So, take these 8 out, and then let the oil drain out, and then we'll serve them to eat them, and then I'll either cook the rest or freeze the rest for a later party. Look at the nice golden colour. There you go. I can't count, there's 9 there. There we have it. Vegetable spring rolls. We just put them on plates and then we'll take them over to the different sauces and then try them out. So there we have them. 3 portions of lovely crispy spring rolls, how they'll be served in a dim sum restaurant in Hong Kong. So they usually serve, most fried stuff, I don't know why, are served in 3s. And dumplings like har gow siu mai are done in 4. So I don't know the reasoning behind that. But if there's more than 4 of you, there's not enough to go around. So what you get the waiter to do is say, "Can you Jean, please?" So he'll bring his Chinese scissors over and they cut your spring rolls for you. So you can share them with your friends. So if there's 6 of you, you don't really have to get an extra portion. And this way you can see the inside as well. So there you go, nice and crispy. Can you hear that? There you go. So lovely, hot, steaming spring roll with vegetables. And I'm going to go with the traditional Worcester sauce. So there we go. As we say, ooh, very hot. Bring me memories of home. Of those dim sum restaurants with the trolleys. Really good with my auntie. Oh, lovely. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed this video. Just let us know what you want us to cook next time maybe. And follow us. It's only a bit of fun. So whatever you want me to do, I'll try my best. Thank you.